My name is Serge Attukwei Clottey. I'm a multidisciplinary artist who is interested in objects and how objects change value over time. So there's this specific object that I use in my work called the yellow gallons, which I'm known for, which is the Kufuor gallons. And over the years, I've seen how Ghanaians have struggled with these objects, which represent water. But I'm interested in how do we navigate the same object back to the West by changing the form and value of it. So what I do is that I work with the La community, which is where my studio is located. I'm interested in how community engagement can change form and value of an object. So what we do is we go around the community and source these yellow gallons because it's not safe to store water in them. It gets bad over time and it's affecting us as humans. So what I'm interested in, how do we source the same object, manipulate it by changing the form and value of it? So we travel around the region, buy from people. People use them to store water, people use them to store other liquids. But then again, it carries a lot of information because who consume them, who use them, and the afterlife of these gallons. You see them discarded all over the city. So what I do is that we source them. Sometimes we buy from people, sometimes we trade, sometimes people donate because it's not safe to store water in them. So arts for me is not just about making art for art's sake, but it's more of a responsibility by changing the world within your immediate space. So by so doing, we collect them from the system. And from the beginning, when I was cutting them, it was a conflict. The women were against it. So I sort of engaged the women as a creative process in the work where the women, because the gallon is very symbolic for women. Women gather the gallons. Each individual has about 20 or hundreds of gallons. So imagine if Ghana has water in the future. What are those gallons be used for? Those something that I respond to the environment by using the gallons as an object in my work. I would say I'm a messenger because I find ways to communicate with people by engaging them artistically to change their lives, because these yellow gallons is causing a lot of health issues. So for me, I don't see myself just an artist, but I carry the message that I believe that will change the world over time. So I have two studio spaces located in La. I'm from La, so I'm interested in how do I engage with the people of La to change the way they think through artistic approach. So I have a studio in La where I work with the community. So the community is very central part of my practice. I have about 20 studio assistants who are not artists, but I've engaged them in the process for over a decade, that they feel very expressive with exploring with the same materials that I use. And so I have few gallery representation. I have a gallery in Ghana, which is the Gallery 1957. I have a gallery in New York. I have a gallery in California and all that. So I have few galleries, but Ghana is like very central part of where the artists live and work. My dad is an artist and I grew up with my dad, and I've seen my dad paint. And for me, I'm interested in solving global issues. So I'm interested in migration as well as environmental issues. So I think to be able to be radical, I need to take risk by using the art of politics, because I'm a performing artist and I do a lot of performance which address issues of politics, religion, gender, and so it's being an artist and multidisciplinary artist is more of a responsibility. You are not being forced to do what you do, but you think about how best you can change the world by making change in your immediate space. I think Touch of God is an identity. It defines who we are as Ghanaians, not just Ghana, as black people, because God is black. And for me, that kind of theme, it's very, it defines what we stand for as Ghanaians, because there are several countries with what they represent. Other represent animal, other represent other manual, but Ghana representing God, for me, it's a very strong statement to sell the country and its culture. The fact that it's black and it's a festival, we celebrate festival through our identity and what we stand for, our culture and all that. So the festival, for me, the idea of identifying creative people in the country who I believe that my colleagues have been there for a long time. They've worked there, traveled around the world, they've sold Ghana in various platforms. I think it's a very important that they are being recognized to sell the country and beyond. It's not just about celebrating the artist, but it's about celebrating the entire country as a whole. I've shown in different parts of the world, but this is coming from a specific event, which means that our country has recognized us as creative people, and it's sort of appreciating what we've done for the country over years, you know. So I want people to know the history of Ghana, not just Ghana, but the artists and where they come from, what they stand for, and how art is very important as equal as politics.